Well, welcome to today's webinar. My name is Gabrielle Hughes, and I'm Content Marketing Manager here at ProsperWorks. Today's session will focus on our brand new integration with RingCentral. We're joined by Jesse Price, our Director of Sales here at ProsperWorks, Bense Orlai, who is a Product Manager, and Fabio Ramos, who is the Director of Platform Product Marketing at RingCentral. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, please submit them in the questions pane of your GoToWebinar control panel, and they'll be addressed during the 15-minute question and answer session at the end of the presentation. And today's broadcast will also be recorded, so you can get a recorded version after the presentation ends. So we're going to go ahead and turn it over to Jesse for a brief introduction of ProsperWorks.
Yeah, thanks, Gabby, and thanks for joining the call, everybody. Excited to be able to present this great new integration with you today. RingCentral is a fantastic product that our team uses heavily internally, and so joining forces with them and really integrating that great tool into ProsperWorks is something that's having a big impact on our sales team internally, and I'm really happy to share it with you guys also. So for the folks on the phone that know us, I'll keep this brief. For those who don't, who are maybe coming over from the RingCentral side and interested in what ProsperWorks can offer, ProsperWorks is essentially a CRM that was built from the ground up for G Suite. So we partner really closely with Google, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. But really, our focus areas are to help businesses get organized, be able to manage their tasks and their follow-ups. All that great contact information that you have surrounding your customers and those activities with them. Then also help our customers build a repeatable sales process for their business, and then have the analytics and insights to be able to optimize that process over time. So we focus on those sort of three core areas and really do that well from the ground up with G Suite. So just to talk really briefly about this last point, built for, recommended, and used by Google. So the recommended part is really important, I think, for this call. So some people may not realize, but Google implemented this new program within the last, let's say, year or so, called the Recommended for G Suite program. And what that means for their customers is that for people who have been really successful in using Gmail and Calendar and Docs, but want to extend their business application suite out to other areas, things like unified communications, which is why we have RingCentral here, or CRM, which is obviously your ProsperWorks solution. And then other things like project management or some document management tools. They've really taken the legwork out of that selection process for their customers by creating a program where they vetted all of the different vendors on their marketplace for security and quality and compliance, and basically brought them together into the best of the best. So the best tools in each one of those categories that Google recommends to their customers. And so ProsperWorks is the CRM that's recommended by Google, and RingCentral is the unified communications platform recommended by Google. So I think that bringing those two companies together today is really special and provides a lot of value for both RingCentral's customers and ProsperWorks. So with that, we'd like to introduce Fabio from RingCentral, who's going to go a little bit deeper into that solution.
Simply put here, as you see in the title here, RingCentral is the largest and fastest growing pure player unified communications as a service provider in North America, right? We started by allowing companies to consolidate all the communication services, PBX, fax, video, contact center, all of that with a single vendor. And in addition to actually allowing them to consolidate all those services, we also supported the ability for managers for admins actually, to manage their system centrally on the web, right? And including from their own mobile devices when needed. So we're actually mobile first in that sense. You can control your entire communication services from your mobile phone if you need. We continue to evolve with the industry, and the next thing that the industry's customers have been asking us to go do is help them with their collaboration needs. So we've recently rolled out a new team collaboration and messaging tool called Glip, that runs on top of these services that allows people to actually have a single work stream, a single workplace where all work can get done. And continue our evolution. Customers continue to tell us that the next thing that they needed to do from us is an integrated app ecosystem, right? And they basically needed that other apps and other workflows work together, work seamlessly across all apps that they had. So we rolled out what we call our open platform, which allows our customers to integrate with their key integrate communications with their key app ecosystem. CRM, to ProsperWorks' point, is probably the most popular way of integrating with RingCentral today. And also, again, to another point that Jess just made about Google. Google is another great example of being part of this app ecosystem. RingCentral, as ProsperWorks, is also part of Google's recommended ISV program. We are a Google recommended partner at this point, and we integrate deeply with their ecosystem, including allowing people to make and receiving calls from Gmail, scheduling RingCentral meetings from directly at the Google Calendar, extend the Google Hangouts audio capacity, archive RingCentral data directly into Google Drive, and that will include your voicemails, your SMSs, your fax, your system logs, and all of that. So we're also part of that entire Google ecosystem. And I'll hand it over back to Jesse now.
Yeah, thanks, Fabio. And so, you know, for ProsperWorks customers, I guess the actually, Fabio, I think this is part of.
I guess that would be me.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Alrighty. So let me go back here. So I was mentioning before that CRM is one of the most popular ways that our customers have found to integrate RingCentral with their app ecosystem, right? The reason for that is because it's very easy for users to report immediate productivity gains from merging communications with CRM. What our customers have told us, you know, over the last year or so, is that, you know, they were able to do things like reduce infrastructure costs by almost 60%. Basically, they were able to get a unified front that they can present to the customer, where all the communications and all the customer information flows in a very seamless way. RingCentral and partners actually gave us access to the same kind of technology used by big enterprises. So all these customer quotes in here kind of help put back into perspective what they actually were able to get from it. Huge and measurable and palpable productivity gains. And you know, if you think from a functionality perspective, there are basically three things that help them drive incremental productivity by merging communications and CRM. On outbound call scenarios, it's basically about allowing agents to place calls directly from their CRM app, right, without ever having to leave that main screen. And also giving them the ability to eliminate misdialings with one-click dial. So when you're at your CRM screen, your contacts page, you see your contacts detail, you want to place a call, all you have to do is just click on the number that it's already present in your system, right? That call will be initiated either, you know, in multiple ways. You can configure that to actually work multiple ways, and I think there's going to be a demo later on here. It's going to show how it works, but you can either make that call directly from your app or from a desk phone that you use, from a soft phone, or even from any other hard phone that you want to send this call to. So agents now, not only they're more productive because of that, but they also are able to use, you know, their device of choice, working from their location of choice, always maintaining their business ID, their business caller ID. From an inbound perspective, we also make it easy for agents. The key feature here that people take advantage of is what we call caller ID matching. So whenever a new call comes into the system using RingCentral, our system is able to look up that caller ID, match that to a number that's already present in your CRM system. And when that happens, all of the customer information is automatically populated in front of the in front of the agent, eliminating the need that the agent may have to do a database search, and really allowing the agent to provide a personalized interaction with that customer, right? Because now he has all the customer details right at their fingertips. And finally, the third way that people have been able to drive incremental productivity from merging communications with CRM is call logging, right? This is fairly straightforward, right? Calls are logged in real time once they come in because of that caller ID matching functionality that I just mentioned. The calls are logged. The agents can actually, and the salespeople can actually start taking notes right when they're doing that call. So that eliminates the need then to go to scrub through their activity after calls or at the end of the day. And remember what each call was about. You can log them immediately. You can actually have more meaningful, more accurate information. And this is actually a very powerful tool for managers because it helps improve a lot the accuracy of reports. In the end of the day, what I want to get across in here is that this integration delivers all these productivity features. It was actually purpose built for ProsperWorks, right? In the end of the day, the key advantage your agents are going to be able to get is the ability to have all of their call activity into the same place where all the customer activity and customer information already lives, so they can take full advantage of those two systems working together. Okay. So Jesse, back to you.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Fabio. Awesome points that I'll echo here from a ProsperWorks perspective as well. So, I'm just going to talk briefly about why we went out and built this feature from a CRM standpoint. So, number one, in terms of the way that we deploy the integration, it was really important to us that it really is an out-of-the-box solution that doesn't require a lot of heavy integration or customization. So really, you can stand this up quickly with a few clicks, no code required, which is important for our customers who really enjoy the ease of use of ProsperWorks. Having the integrated call data with your activity feed surrounding your customers in ProsperWorks is also really important to us. We use a term called zero input CRM to describe the fact that we're really pulling in a lot of information automatically from Gmail, from Google Calendar, from contacts, by automatically researching the people that you're adding to the system and sort of pre-populating their profiles with social information, company information, and so forth. So it's really important to us that we can now add call data into that mix and really sort of round out that zero input effort and get that sort of holistic picture of all the interactions with your customers. It's also really important to make the user experience as frictionless as possible, removing any barriers to people logging their calls or logging their data so that you're getting the full picture. So by adding the RingCentral integration to ProsperWorks, it makes it super easy, as Fabio mentioned, to not only make calls, but also to log those interactions and log your notes, and saves people a ton of time switching between different apps. And if I reflect on our team here, with people making 60 to 100 plus calls per day, that switching cost really kind of adds up over a larger group of salespeople. From a reporting standpoint as well, as a sales manager, it's really important for me to be able to sit down in my one-on-ones and really have meaningful coaching sessions with my team. So being able to set activity goals in ProsperWorks using our Sales Accelerator toolkit that you may or may not be familiar with, but Bensei is going to demo some of that in just a minute. But it makes it really easy for me to set activity goals with my team for things like prospecting efforts, account management calls, demo calls, and so forth. Which can all really easily now be logged using the RingCentral integration, so that each one of those interactions is captured, and it's really the leading indicator for me as to what those sales results are going to look like at the end of the month. So very handy from a reporting standpoint, and super important for my coaching sessions. So with all of that said, let's get to the fun stuff and jump into the product.
First scenario I want to look at is calling a contact within ProsperWorks. As we can see here, I'm going to go ahead and call Brian Crushing. I'm going to go down to the phone number that I need to call. I'm just going to click it. This is going to bring up the call bar at the top side of the screen. I can take any notes around this phone call. I can also log this as a custom activity type. So in this case, because I did not connect and I left a voicemail, I can log an unsuccessful call. I can add any notes if necessary, and then I can just go ahead and save this. Now, when I go into the activity section of Brian Crushing, I'll be able to see what I just logged. This allows for better data quality around my activity. Next, I'm going to take you through receiving a call from an unknown contact. So we can see within ProsperWorks, I'm getting a call, I can answer or ignore it. The call bar comes up same as before. However, we can see there's no record found around this particular contact. While I'm talking to them, I can still take the same notes, but then we can also add a contact here. So I'm going to create new, I'm going to add in their information, their name, last name, what phone number this is, maybe is it their work phone, is it their cell phone, anything that I know. I can create them as a lead or a person, and I'm just going to go ahead and save this record and add any relevant notes to this particular person, Liz. I'm going to go ahead and end the call, add in any notes that are relevant. For instance, Liz was very interested in a project and moving to the next phase. This is going to save just like before. Next, I'm going to take you through receiving a call when it's an existing contact. So we can see Brian Crushing come in. Before I even answer it, I can actually look at his record. I can see any last conversations that I have with him, making sure that if there's something important that I need to know, we can talk about it on this call. I can also log any notes just like we had mentioned previously. I can save anything. So for instance, Brian called to let me know that he was ready to move forward. We just need to send a proposal to a CFO. I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick task for myself to remind me to do this and send it over to Brian for his CFO. I can go ahead and then save this. And I'm just checking his record again, showing that yes, that call was logged and I have all of that information right in his record. Lastly, I'm just going to go and view the call reports. So within this activity section, we can see all of the phone calls are logged. I can view it as an individual person. I can see exactly what I've done. And you also have the ability to view it per team as well.
So yeah, let's go ahead and get to some questions. The first one is, what countries is this service available for?
So that is a question. There's a question that I think the RingCentral team is more suited to answer, because wherever RingCentral is available, and I think that is a list that changes by the day pretty much. And there's a growing list of countries where RingCentral is available. So I was hoping.
So I can talk to that, Ben. RingCentral is primarily available in the U.S., Canada, and the U.K. However, we help customers that are based in each one of those three countries. If they have international locations, we allow them to actually access local lines and local dial plans in over 40 countries as well, across Europe, North America, Latin America, and Asia.
Great. This is another question for you, Fabio. Does RingCentral provide any guidance on number formatting, specifically for international phone numbers?
Can you repeat the question? Number formatting?
Does RingCentral provide any guidance on number formatting, specifically for international phone numbers?
Yeah, our operations team can assist with that.
Great. Will you be getting a link to review this webinar with Teams later? Yes, a recorded version of today's webinar will be available shortly after the broadcast. Can I import all my contacts from another CRM into ProsperWorks, currently using Bitrix right now?
Yeah, I'll take that one. So the answer to that is absolutely. We've got a couple of ways we can do that. We've got an automated service that the team can walk you through, or we've got just the sort of regular file import type service available in the app itself. But if you reach out to sales@prosperworks.com, or if you know who your account executive is over here at ProsperWorks, they'll be able to help you with that.
This is another question for you, Jesse. Since this is available on business plans only in ProsperWorks, is it possible to have a few members on the business plan and a few in professional?
Look, it's not an option to be able to sort of mix additions like that, but we do have some sort of things we can do in the back end to help in that situation. So once again, if you reach out to your account executive here at ProsperWorks, or just reach out to sales@prosperworks.com, someone will walk you through the best licensing structure. Good question there.
Does this RingCentral integration work with cell phones if cell phones are linked to laptops?
This feature is currently optimized for the browser, so the short answer is no. But this is only the first version of the integration, and we hear a lot of needs for support on mobile. So it may happen in the future, but currently it only works through the web app.
And here's another question for you, Bense. Can incoming and outgoing calls be recorded from PC and mobile?
So the recording can happen on the RingCentral side. As far as I'm aware, RingCentral offers that capability. It's not something that we do in ProsperWorks. This is something that has been requested by other people, that they want to attach call recording files to prospects, and that's something we will consider in the next iteration of this feature. But currently, it's something that would have to take place in RingCentral. But as far as probably Fabio can speak about that in detail, but as far as I know, it is available in RingCentral.
So yeah, I can comment about that. So we keep recordings for about 90 days on our side. So basically, you have to manually determine that the call needs to be recorded, right? It doesn't do that out of the box. But once you determine that the call needs to be recorded, RingCentral is going to keep it for about 90 days. And if you need to keep that recording longer than that, you can export. You can you can quickly export that recording into either your Google Drive, into any storage folder that you deem appropriate.
Okay. Does ProsperWorks log phone numbers and length of each call, or does RingCentral do that?
So as far as ProsperWorks is considered, we have in the works another feature that is going to automatically log calls and even text messages without any user interaction, and that feature is going to log the metadata of a call, essentially who called, like who were the calling parties, how long did the call take, what was the direction. So the feature I demoed today does not record that. The other feature that is currently underway is going to do that.
Cool. What settings do we need to have RingCentral interface with ProsperWorks, or is it automatic? I mean integrate.
I guess if the question relates to how to set it up, then all you need is an admin username and password from RingCentral and an admin username and password in ProsperWorks, and then you're good to go to set up the integration. It's a one-time configuration flow that an administrator has to go through, and it takes about 30 seconds.
And that process actually starts at the ProsperWorks interface, correct?
Correct. Yes. You have to be an active user on both systems, and then on the RingCentral, on the ProsperWorks side, just go into the integrations page and activate the integration from there. Log in with your admin username and password, and you're all set to go.
If someone has an existing VoIP contract, do they need to have RingCentral to access this feature?
Yes, this feature is based on, we use the RingCentral APIs to connect to RingCentral system. So yes, you have to be on RingCentral.
Yeah, you need to have a Pay RingCentral Office account.
Thanks for the clarification. That is more accurate.
Someone's wondering if they could see the reporting you can do around phone calls. It's Brian. He'd like to see if he can run a report for example, if leads that were created this week and he's not received a phone call with them, he just wants to see what the reporting structure looks like.
I can take that one. From a ProsperWorks perspective, our activity reports are pretty detailed, so you can create custom activity types. You can report on those different types of calls that were logged. We also, in our list views, for example, for leads, have what we call interaction fields in a column, so that you can basically see the date of last contact or the number of interactions logged against those leads. So that's something you can check out. Now, on the RingCentral side, I also use their call reports pretty heavily as well, just to pull some different data points around the productivity of my team during the day. And if you really want to go to the next level, ProsperWorks also has a Google Sheets add-on, which I merge some of my ProsperWorks data with my RingCentral exports to do some fancy reporting there as well. So a few different ways to tackle that problem. What I'd suggest for the person who asked that question, I'm sorry I didn't get your name, but is reach out to your account executive here at ProsperWorks, and they can walk you through the best way to get that view that you're looking for.
Yeah, one thing I did want to point out is that the Google Sheet integration is a custom report builder, so that way you can essentially build pretty much any report that you need for the business.
If you're paying for both ProsperWorks and RingCentral already, when you upgrade ProsperWorks to add RingCentral, what do you do with your current account?
So I think that there might be just a point of clarification is that you maintain both your RingCentral account and your ProsperWorks account, so one doesn't replace the other. We built the integration between those two accounts, so you would maintain a contract with both companies.
What if I have two separate RingCentral accounts that interface with one instance of ProsperWorks? Is there ability to use both RingCentral accounts?
That's an interesting question. The integration was built to be connected with a single RingCentral account. So, although I don't think we have tested this scenario, it'll probably not work because it was not designed to connect to two RingCentral accounts at the same time, unfortunately.
Are customers able to use a demo of this feature without changing their phone system? Are they able to try it out?
Not on their own, but we can always provide a detailed or customized demo if need be. I believe that would be the best option here to essentially let us know what business needs they have, and then we have a demo system that we can customize and show to them how the integration would work for their specific needs.
Cool. How does voicemail work with this integration?
So voicemail is something that will get recorded on the RingCentral side, and those won't show up as activities on ProsperWorks just yet. With the upcoming call log synchronization, we are going to have the ability to record every type of, essentially create an activity for all types of events that happen in RingCentral, and that includes successful calls, unsuccessful calls, text messages, and if RingCentral creates an event for voicemails, then we're going to be able to create an activity for voicemails as well.
Okay, this question's for Fabio. What are the costs for RingCentral? Is it per line? And how easy is it to port those same numbers over to RingCentral if they're using a different VoIP provider?
Right, so porting numbers is fairly straightforward. That's something that our operations team does every day. We have multiple customers migrating their numbers, and one of the reasons they migrate over to RingCentral is the ability to keep their business identity that people already are familiar with, so they don't have to change their numbers. So that's something we're fairly used to, and it's kind of a a normal thing for us. The first part of the question was around. Can you repeat that, please?
Pricing structure.
Pricing structure. So we have 3 tiers inside RingCentral that can actually take advantage of this integration. We have a standard tier, a premium tier, and an enterprise tier. They range from about $25 per month per user to $45 per month per user. And those are fixed prices. They include, they have unlimited usage inside the United States and actually inside North America. You get unlimited SMS also as part of that, and a series of other things between the across the 3 integrations in terms of number of amount of toll-free minutes, international minutes, and things like that. Other types of integrations, so on and so forth.
Jennifer's wondering if RingCentral is providing offers for switching to them if they're already using ProsperWorks.
I don't think we have a program in place right now, but again, we run promos fairly, on a fairly constant basis. So I recommend you check ringcentral.com. You probably should see our best offers out there.
Okay. Well, we are running out of questions. If you guys have any questions left, please submit them now. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Okay, if there are no further questions, oh, here's one. Okay. Is hardware required for this integration, or can I just use my computer?
That's one of the main points, that you don't need hardware for this, not to use it inside ProsperWorks. So ProsperWorks can replace the other phones that you might be using for RingCentral, but you don't have to. ProsperWorks, the integration works in parallel with other devices that you might be using for using RingCentral, including a mobile client or the desktop client. So you can use all of them, or just some of them, or just ProsperWorks standalone.
Yeah, on the RingCentral side, you can use any combination of a desk phone, of your mobile phone, of any other hard phone that you want to forward your call to. Or if you don't want to have any phones, you don't want to have any hardware with you, you can use that inside the ProsperWorks app, the way that you got the demo has just shown, or you can use the RingCentral soft phone or our mobile client.
Are there any solutions for a New Zealand-based company, or are all plans geared towards US customers?
On the RingCentral side, we require the customer be based either in the United States, in the UK, or in Canada. Customer may have offices in New Zealand, and we may be able to support them locally, but the billing, customer management, all of that happens in one of those three countries that I just mentioned.
Are there any plans to make this integration available in the professional version of ProsperWorks? Are there any plans to make this integration available in the professional version of ProsperWorks?
It's something that we're thinking about. I think that for the time being, it really comes to life with some of those other features that are available in the business plan around the sales accelerator and activity goals and advanced activity reporting, which is part of the reason why we've launched it in that edition only. But we're always open to suggestions. We love the feedback here at ProsperWorks, so if we get more requests from professional customers, maybe that's something we'll look at in the future. In the meantime, though, I think that if there's any questions around, addition or licensing structure or things like that, the best path is to speak with your account executive, or once again, email sales@prosperworks.com, and you get some more clear answers there based on your unique situation.
Can you seamlessly switch calls between soft phone, cell phone, and desk phone?
Yes, you can. On RingCentral, you have functionality inside RingCentral that allows you to flip calls across multiple different endpoints.
And then when is the next deployment of version 2 of this integration? What are the main features you're going after?
That's a good question. There's an overabundance of features that customers have already requested to build. So currently we are at the stage of prioritizing what to build next. A couple of things that we have thought of. But first of all, we have the automated call log and text message syncing underway. So that's the next feature that is expected to come out soon. Then other features we have considered are click to dial from the Chrome extension, and also a number of additional user experience improvements to the integration as is. And from there, we really would like to base the next features based on users' feedback. So we do really would like to hear what you guys out there need for this feature to be even better for your workflows. So yes, I personally look forward to receiving all the feedback and recommendations regarding what to build next.
And then this is another location-based question. Will this be available in Spain?
So, well, ProsperWorks is available in Spain. It's really up to RingCentral.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, as long as the company is based either in the UK, in the United States, or in Canada, and they have offices in Spain, we can provide them a local number in Spain with a local dial plan in Spain. So people dialing from the Spanish office are going to have a local experience when they're dialing out externally, and they're going to get billed in the US, in the UK, or in Canada. We just don't do local billing in Spain at this point.
Great. And we're out of questions again. So If you have any questions, we've got about 10 minutes. If not, we'll wrap things up a bit early. Okay, I don't see anything else coming in. So if you have any questions that didn't get answered, or if you think of anything later, please email sales@prosperworks.com or reach out to your account executive if you're a customer of ours. And yeah, thanks everyone for joining us today. Thanks Fabio, Bence, Jesse.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you.